Hi and welcome to the Ruby Tuesday. My name is Ruben and this is my review for Netflix's original movie, The Occupant. Now's the time for you to get down in the comments below. Let me know if you've heard about The Occupant. Are you excited to see it? The Occupant. An unemployed advertising executive begins stalking the new tenants of his former home and his motives towards the family turn sinister. The Occupant is an hour and 43 minutes long and is directed by David and Alex Pastor. This is their second directorial debut. They've done some TV, they've done some shorts. The first directorial debut that they had was The Carriers, which I thought was a pretty good horror film. It actually flowed really well. It's not brilliant, but I thought it was pretty good. So you kind of know the area of expertise. This is the film that I wasn't expecting to be as good as it was. But at the same time, it takes its time getting good, if that makes sense. It starts out with this family living the kind of luxurious life for an advertiser, and then things get taken away from our protagonist, and he wants his life back. They move out into a smaller house, and ever since then, he just kind of wants to get back to his original house. It's a film basically about obsession, about your previous life, and things that he can't have, but he wants them back and he'll do anything to get them back. And at first you're kind of on his side because he goes for these interviews, and I can feel that his pain when you see those shots when the classic people like, sorry, you're too experienced for this job, you can't come here. And so they build this world where you feel like you're on his side, but as he becomes more obsessed with his previous life and you see things begin to unravel, you're wondering where it's going to go. It has a very stalkery serial killer vibe to it the further it goes on, and there's some really dark content that I wasn't expecting. There's a kind of sideline storyline that's a part of the main plot, but it's also kind of not. It's one of the characters. I wasn't expecting that storyline to be as dark as it is, so be aware there's some content and themes in here. It is a 15 that I was like, whoa, that's kind of gross. Alright then, this film it's quite a conundrum because at first you don't really know who to root for, and then towards the middle of the film you think you know who to root for, and then towards the end you're like, I didn't see that coming, which is quite fresh. The acting in this film is pretty good. I like the intensity of our protagonist. I think he does a good job at holding you on screen. There's nothing to write home about the filming. I would have liked some more creativity with some of the techniques. It's kind of standard filming, which is fine. The music and the score I think is pretty good. It's again nothing to write home about. I would have loved some more creativity. But as a standard obsessive film, we get a lot of these. It does kind of tick the tropes. I do like the way it ends. It's a bit unusual. It's not a Hollywood ending, which I think is good. It's only an hour and 43 minutes long, and I felt like it dragged a bit, so that gives you an idea of the pacing of it. It's a builder. There are moments that are like really exciting, but then they continue to build the protagonist's relationship with the new characters he's getting involved with how he's trying to recreate his life, and you get to see what he's doing there. It is definitely like a puzzle piece film as well. You're trying to figure out what he's doing. You don't really work it out until the end, which keeps you interested. Even though it's quite a short running time, it's under 2 hours, that 140-minute mark, I still felt myself thinking, well, maybe they could have sped that up a bit. We didn't even need to have that scene. We didn't need to have that shot. I feel like they're trying to really get the audience involved with the character so that, by the time you reach that culmination event where everything kind of goes pear-shaped, or you realize what's happening and you're like, oh, I really don't know if I like what's happening, you're there, you're invested in the story. There's a level of intensity in moments that I really enjoyed. I feel like they could have kept that a bit sharper if they'd kind of cut it down. But for the most part, this is actually quite an enjoyable film. It is subtitled. I would recommend watching it in the subs. I tried the dubbing and that didn't quite work for me. Again, the nuances from the acting you normally get from the original language, so if you can read, I think it's okay. It does drag a bit for me. I think this is a B- film, so that's what I'm going to give it. Interesting story, interesting ending, takes its time getting there, but is held by the protagonist, the decent acting. I'll be interested to see if these directors do something together in the likes of Carriers. I thought that's probably their strongest work so far. And if they do something like that, I will jump on board to have a look at their content because I thought that was a fairly strong film. This one is okay. It's different. It's unique. So that's why I've given it a B-. Let me know in the comments below if you enjoyed this. Is there anything else that's on Netflix now or Disney Plus or any of their streaming services you would like me to review? I'll check it out if I can. Films are easier to do, but series obviously take a lot longer. Let me know how you guys are doing in your isolation. Are you having to work from home? Are you having to go to work still? I'd love to chat to you guys. Stay safe, wash your hands, and I keep giving you loads more review news pieces as they come out. I hope you enjoy my content. Do check out my subscribers page, because there I have behind the scenes short bloopers and short films, stuff like that that you can get on my Journeys page, and we have various membership options that just helps keeping this channel going and move it from a hobby to a business, which I'm trying to do. I hope it works out, but thanks so much for everybody that's really helped us, the Ruby Tuesday. My wife and I continue to make this into something that, you know, is part of our dream. My background is film and writing. I'm an author. I've worked in film. I have a degree in film. So this is kind of our dream, to shape something into entertainment-wise to something that can be sustainable for us. So when you like, comment, and subscribe and join, that really does help us. And I want to thank you so much for all of those that are doing that already. It means the world to us. Got loads more interesting reviews coming out this week. So do check out the channel. Hit that bell, that subscribe button. But most of all, until next time, remember, live long and Tuesday.